Hi all my crafty friends, hope you're all okay. Yes, I'm back this evening, not to do another part of the tutorial. I will be back in the morning with another part to that. I've been busy last couple of days working and doing bits and pieces with the family. Now, Father's Day is around the corner, as we all know. And I was just sitting here trying to rack my brain on, should I buy my dad a Father's Day card or should I make one? And I thought, if I make one, it'll be that bit special. And he'll know that I've taken the time to sit and make it for him. So I was just going to let you join in and watch along with me making this video. Making a card for my dad. The reason I'm doing it right now is because I need to hurry up and get it in the post, because my mum and dad are actually going away, and they will be away for Father's Day, so I need to try and get this there before they go. So what I've done is I had some blue, it's like a bluey greeny type colour cardstock. This was actually, when you go to Paper Cuts and you order packets of card and paper and stuff from them, this is what they use on the outside of their packs to protect all your papers and things in. It is a really, really good thick quality card, and it's a beautiful colour for making men's cards with. So, you know, good idea. Don't throw these away. You can use them to make cards with. Now, what I've done is I've got my card already sized, some lovely papers. It's only this one at the moment that I'm going to use as the background for the card. These papers I got from Michelle Art Designs. It's a pack called Men Only. There's hot air balloons on it, there's clocks on it, timepieces. Absolutely lovely collection, and she does all the card inserts and bits and pieces like that. This is the card insert, obviously just in paper because it's going in the card, and then I put it up on my computer and I just put Happy Father's Day in the middle of it, and then I'll write in that, and that goes inside the card obviously. My dad is absolutely mad about machinery. He has got so many licenses to drive cranes and diggers and lorries and God knows what, and he's crazy about machinery. So I found this on Google. It's the only one I could find that was close to not having writing across it, or, you know, that's not somebody's that you have to go on a site and buy. So I just found that picture and I printed it onto a piece of, I'm not too sure if you can see that properly because the light is really naff in here, but there is actually a design in the background. It's very, very faint, but I thought it looks better than a plain white piece of paper, and that's another piece of Michelle's in the background. Then she's got these little badge type things, and again you can put these up on your computer and you can write in the middle of them whatever you like to print out on your computer, and I just put my number 1 on there. Where's my other piece that I printed off? I bet I've just thrown it in the rubbish bag with me rubbish. Bear with me 2 seconds. Please don't say I've just thrown it in here. I was cutting bits and pieces out, and then I picked it all up, and I've thrown it in here, and I've probably thrown that piece in here as well. Yes, I did. I knew I did. She has like little banner bits and things as well in the paper collections. So I just printed one out, and then using my computer again, I put Best Dad in the World on there. Okay, so I'll be using that as well. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put the insert into this card. So That's the card insert. And all I'm going to do is put a very, very thin strip of glue down there just to stick it to the inside of the card, making sure it's all around the right way, of course. So that's going to go in there. That's around the right way. So I want a thin strip of glue across there. Or you can put a piece of double-sided tape or whatever you would like to use on there. I'm just going to use a little bit of glue along that edge. And then again, making sure it's up the right way. That is up the right way. And then I'm going to stick that in there, leaving an even border all around the edge. Like so. And then just give that a push down on down like that. Okay. So you've got your card, and when it's opened, obviously there you've got your insert. You can stick the whole piece down if you like, but I don't really see the point, to be honest. And using paper on the inside, it kind of it can get a bit messy using glue all over it, so I just put one strip down the inside there, so that opens up like that. Okay. You can put design on this paper. I was too busy and I forgot, so trying to rush around and do cleaning and washing and God knows what before work again tomorrow. Right, so what I'm going to do now, just make sure that's all creased on there nicely. And what I'm going to do now is I took this piece of paper and cut it down so it was 1/8 of an inch shorter around each side. And then I'm going to distress this with my distressing tool. Sorry if you can hear the noise in the background. One, I've got the windows open, and even though it's evening time and it's a bit quieter outside because all the kids are now indoors eating their dinners and doing homework and getting ready for school in the morning. I have my tumble dryer on, but they're having a barbecue across the road, and they have a tendency to drink a lot and get a little bit rowdy, so I do apologise if you know, you happen to hear any noise and stuff. As I said, I will be back tomorrow before I go to work, probably with the next issue of the journal. For you ladies that have been following me doing that, I have decorated a couple of pages myself, and the only reason I have done that simply because if I decorated every single page of this journal, you know yourselves how many pages there are in here. So, and it would take forever to get through the videos and do each bit. And if you've designed your own pockets and tags and things anyway, then you're not going to want to copy every single one of mine bit for bit, if you understand what I mean. You're going to be thinking, well, I don't really need to watch that episode of this tutorial because I've made my own pockets to go on there and I know what I want to use on it. So, yeah. Just, right, I'm going to put a couple of little rips in this, I think. Like one about there. There's one at the top here where that's starting to come off and fray across there. A little one down about here, I think. Pull that out there. Probably another one over about here. Oh, okay. Let's just get this mess out out the way, like so. And then that is going to sit on there quite nicely. Still trying to use the last squidges out of my glue. I did go and buy another bottle yesterday before I went into work. So hopefully we won't be, I won't be running out when we get halfway through our tutorial journal videos. Right, so let's put that round that way. That there. That there. Yeah. Give that a good push down. I don't very often make cards these days. I think you have to have a love for making cards, and there's so many little bits and pieces and fiddly doodads and bits on it that I don't know, I just don't find the excitement in making a card anymore. I know some of you ladies do, and you ladies make absolutely stunning cards, but it's just really not for me. So there you have, that's going to be the background for the front. Okay. Then, as I said, I've got this picture here. Okay. Now I don't know whether to just stick that straight on there, or do I distress that as well? I think I might distress it a little bit, but I'm not going to rip it up and stuff. I just don't like the paper too plain, you know. These papers are quite old-fashioned and vintagey anyway, so be nice just to, it's a bit more extra texture, I think. Just that slight little bit of extra detail to a card that, you know, kind of makes it pop out and go, yeah, I'm taking the time and effort to do that, you know, so it's going to be a little bit more special for someone. But this is what I mean by, you know, you can put so much onto a card, decorate it and make it look so pretty that I don't really have the time to be sitting and doing all this, you know, making loads of cards every day. And so I make the occasional special card. I'm going to stick that onto there and cut that out so it has a border. That glue needs to be stood upside down or refilling, because I stand that up there for a minute. Oh, that's it, if it actually stands up, I suppose. I was going to do a video for you yesterday night when I got home from work, but it was manic in work and I came home with such a headache, and I had to take some tablets that the doctor gives me, but they're actually tranquilizers, so because I do suffer with cluster migraines, so as you can imagine I was in a bit of a mess, and I don't function very well when I'm taking them, so I thought badly about it and thought, no, this tutorial could go extremely bad and extremely wrong if I do it on these tablets. So my other half said to me, just go to bed, go to sleep. So I did, and I woke up at, I think I went to bed, oh, what time was it? Must have been about 8:30 last night, and then I woke up at 5:45 this morning, and by 6:30 I was back to sleep again, which is very unusual for me, and I didn't wake up till 10:30. So yeah, I think you could say that I had a good sleep, and I think it was needed, to be honest. My head's been a little bit fuzzy today, but I think that's just the after effects of the tablet. You kind of get left, when you've taken tranquilizer tablets, I don't know if any of you ladies know, you kind of get left with the feeling for about 24 hours after of kind of like you've got a hangover, that you've had a really hard night, you know, on the booze and stuff. I've been out partying with your mates and drunk too much, and you've got a groggy head in the morning. That's kind of what you feel like for the day after taking these tablets. But I suppose the idea is that it just makes you kind of shut down and want to rest. So let's just make sure this is round the right way. Yep. So that's going to be stuck in that corner there, like so. So if we stick that down on there, I'm not going to pop this up onto anything because I've got other bits that I want to stick on here. And I'm not going to make it too fancy and, you know, put any flowers or anything like that on it, because my dad does not do fancy, flowery, or he is a man's man. And yeah. It's funny, you know, because as he's got older, he likes to have a whinge and a moan about things, you know, like most men do, obviously. But as he's got older, we all call him Victor Meldrew now. I don't know if you've ever seen the old programme with Victor Meldrew. But, yeah, it's quite funny, really, when he starts whinging and moaning. We go, okay, go and sit down, Grandad. Go and sit down, Victor Meldrew. Stop stressing. And but I suppose he just has to laugh, really. Right. So now I'm going to stick this. I'm not going to stress around the edges of this. I will need that because I don't want too much glue on this bit. It all seeping out everywhere. You can tell I've been on tablets. Look, I've got bad shakes. So I do apologise about that. But I just wanted to come on and share this with you. Have a chat and a catch up. And my son phoned this afternoon. Him and his girlfriend with the new baby have moved into their flat. We spent weeks decorating it, but they haven't yet bought a Hoover. So he keeps asking me if he can borrow my Hoover. And obviously, as a mother, I feel obliged to kind of say, yes, okay. So that was something else I had to do today as well. I had to quickly Hoover, because when they take my Hoover, they tend to keep it for about a week. And I hate it because I have a cat. It's, you know, I like to keep my house kind of hoovered every day. And I just stuck that on there. So that's got a border around each side. And then with this, I've left one like that, and then I took the centre out, the my number one, and then all I'm going to do is cut off a couple of little thin bits of this tape and stick it across there. That bit's going to be too big, let's cut that in half. Like so. Now I've got to try and get that bit off my finger. I'm going to stick this raised to the middle of that piece. sure it's up the right way. Try and line that up with the centre of that as best as I can, and that really didn't go too well. There we go, that's better. Like so. So it just kind of, you can see it's raised. It'll just kind of pop out a little bit extra. Now that's already got a dark blue line round it, so I don't really want to be. What I am going to do is I'm going to stick some more tape on the back of that piece. Do I want to? It's not very strong, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put some glue on that, and I'm actually going to stick it to another piece of card first. Tried to get my card that I normally get the other day for printing on, and they didn't have any, they only had cream. And I know you're kind of printing over the top of it anyway, so why does it matter? But they wanted a lot more money, twice as much money for the cream card as what they did for the white. And I wasn't going to pay £12 for a packet of cream card just to be printed on. So I just bought a cheap packet, but it's not very thick at all. I'm just going to cut around this and stuck it on there so it's a bit thicker. And this card is very, very thick, so it'll take a second to get my scissors around this one. There we go. That's better. Right. So now I need to stick a couple of pieces on here. Right, so maybe one in the middle will fit. There you go. Just make sure they're stuck on properly. And then what I need to do is decide whether I'm going to have both of them up on padding or whether I'm going to leave that laying down. Well, where do I want that? Do I want it there and then stick that there? Or should I move that down a bit and put that at an angle across there? Yeah, I think I might have it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this down first, and I'm not going to pop that up. So before I take the backing off the tape on the badge bit, let's just put that there a sec, decide where I want that, and make sure this is going where I want it to. Out there, I think. Yeah. So I'll just get that pushed down on there. And then this one, because that bit's going to be on there, I want a couple of extra bits of tape on there. So what I'm going to do is that piece there, I'm going to take them bits off, and I'm just going to stick another little piece to each side of them, because it's going to stand, needs another piece to stick properly without being crooked on there. That's better. Right, so then they're pushed down properly. We can take the tape off of the back of all of them. Right, make sure that's up the right way. And try and get it straight with the top of that piece of paper there. And I'm happy with that, so I'm going to push that down there, like so. And there we have my number one best dad in the world. Simple, easy, but effective Father's Day card. Now, I don't know if I want any more than that on there. I don't know whether I should stick a little metal piece on there, or let's just have a quick look at what I've got. Do I want? No, that's the wrong colour. Sorry, then, guys. Right, there's the silver one. Do I want one of those on it? Should I have a look? Let's have a quick look and see what we think. Right, we've got one of these. Now, we put it on there, I suppose. See, again, these are all just about playing, and that would actually look quite nice there, I think. But, do I want it on there? Is my dad going to like pretty filigree pieces on his card, or, you know, do I just leave it, or I think that's the only place there, really, that it's going to go quite well. Now, do I do that, or I don't really know. Kind of takes the bareness off of that corner there, doesn't it? Or should I find something else to stick across that corner? No, okay. I'm going to leave it because I don't think my dad is a pretty filigree person, so I'm just going to leave it plain and simple like that. It's all crooked and torn up and wonky, and so I think he would be quite happy with that. Plain, simple and effective. Okay. And then obviously, as it's opened, and there's the insert. So it's Happy Father's Day. Okay, plain on the back, obviously. And I'll make an envelope for that to go in, or I might just put it in the box with something. I hope you can see that. Okay. Yeah, I think he will like that. I think he'll be happy with that, and knowing that it's been handmade as well. So, but that's it for now, guys. As I said, I will be back very soon, probably tomorrow morning, with the next part of the tutorial for the journal. So thanks for joining me, guys. Mwah. Love to you all, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.